My horse, a kingdom for my horse, Shakespeare. Hi-Ho Silver, the Lone Ranger. My friend Flicka, Elizabeth Taylor. Well, no matter where you look, people think that horses have this legendary quality, but maybe even more than you knew, huh? Megan McIntosh found out. Megan McIntosh of the Godspeed Project. Mm-hmm. Great title, great work. And you use horses to heal people.
We use horses to be companions for people who are grieving or people who are going through a hard time.
But it does change them, doesn't it?
Drastically. I think so, yeah. Healing is a scary word.
When did that start in your life?
Horses became a part of my life about 3.5 years ago.
Oh, it was not a child being raised on a ranch or any of those dramatic
No, I
stories.
wish. I wish I had that story. No, I'm new to horses. I found horses through a tragic situation. My 18-year-old son, Chase, died in 2021 from a counterfeit Percocet pill that was fentanyl. And in an attempt to find whatever kind of therapies or modalities that would help the range of children that I was still raising, we found horse therapy for my 7-year-old daughter at the time. And it literally changed our lives completely. None of us had really ever been around horses before. So
How did it change her life, Megan?
Oh my gosh, she was timid. She was deep in grief. She has self-esteem issues. She has confidence issues. And that 7-year-old girl who walked up to a horse, timid and shy, is now jumping horses over fences and competing and getting blue ribbons, and she is confident, self-assured. She has vision and purpose now, which I don't know if she would have without this.
But how did you personally get involved in this with no experience at all with horses?
It was a felt thing. It was the moment I walked onto the property where my daughter was getting her therapy. It was something I felt like deep within my heart and soul, something like a wave of peace, so to speak, just came washing over me. And I was deep in grief too. So any feeling like that, you're like, I want to know more about this. Tell me what this is. So I started researching what it was that I was feeling. I found out it wasn't just me. People all over the world, people with PTSD, veterans, children with learning disabilities or neurodivergent children, all feel something really special and different when they're around horses.
And it is international, isn't it?
It is all over the world, yeah.
You mentioned your daughter's experience. Mm-hmm. Give us a couple of other additional stories that you personally have experienced.
With horses?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm fairly sure they can read your mind. I think that they can communicate with you when you're walking with them or talking with them. There are times where I'm speaking to one of the horses that are on our property now, and I will be, let's say, grappling with an issue. And I will ask a question of the horse. And I have had the horses give me body language feedback that is like an affirmative yes, an affirmative no. I have one horse that shakes his head yes or no to me all the time. And they use their energy and their body language to communicate with you. They feel yours too.
It is with great respect, Megan, that I ask you this. Mm-hmm. Could those responses not also be part of your imagination?
Of course. However, it's not exclusive to me. So when I'm watching other people do perhaps a similar exercise where they're walking and talking with the horse and processing something, the feedback is very similar. So the horses will give you pretty reliable feedback through their body language. That would be tense or not tense, relaxed, accepting, or pushing you away. So.
What other grievous problems do you work with? You and your horses, besides grief?
Primarily, we work with families who are grieving. I have worked with people who are struggling or suffering from anxiety. The horses are super good for anxiety. They are peacemakers by nature, so being in their presence makes you feel that really calm, peaceful energy.
I've read that some of the vets with PTSD respond.
They do.
Very positively to equine therapy. Very quickly. Just horses? Could there be, and I mean this with respect, goat therapy, llama therapy?
Have you heard of goat yoga? I mean, there are all kinds of animal therapy modalities that are out there. therapeutic animals such as dogs are used all the time. I've been in personal therapy sessions where the therapist just has a dog just sitting in the room. Just knowing that the dog is there helps some people stay more regulated in their nervous system. So when they have the triggers that PTSD has, you're traumatized, the trigger resets it. If your nervous system is balanced and having an animal nearby helps to regulate that, then your reaction to the trigger, whether it's grief or trauma or anger or fear, is hopefully less, more balanced.
How do I get in touch with Godspeed Project the next time I need therapy, like this afternoon?
This afternoon, we'll talk later. thegodspeedproject.org, and we are on Facebook at The Godspeed Project. We're on Instagram at The Godspeed Project, and you can check out our website. There's a phone number to call if you want to set up like a communication with me. We can talk, figure out if we're a good fit for you, ask any questions that you need to ask. Hopefully I can help answer them, or the horses will if I can't.
Absolutely fascinating. Why do I have a dog at home when I could have a horse? If you have the answer, get in touch with me. I am Pat McMahon.